Okay, so while this information may seem irrelevant now, I do think that it speaks volumes to what the San Antonio Spurs could be looking for in the future.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so I came across this article that I'm a little late on. It came out about a week ago, and I didn't see it. But I do think that this holds significance, and I feel very validated in my thinking. Now, before we talk about it, obviously, we got to talk about this. ClanTheMerchFan.com if you guys want to support. Link in the description. Get yourself some merch. I got about 3 orders to catch up on, so we're good. I caught up on quite a few, man. So if you guys want to be next in line, please go support your boy over there, or you can just become a patron, a YouTube member, which is only $2 per month. But anyways, all right, besides all that, all right, I'm done talking about all my plugging. Here we go. Jordan Poole rumors. The Spurs register interest before the Warriors Chris Paul trade. And it has here, it says the Warriors did not seem to widely really be into shopping Poole's contract, essentially. That's all it's saying. And the San Antonio Spurs wanted Poole, but they did not show any significant offer. And that might just be due to, you know, looking around and seeing what he's going for. And the Spurs just not being willing to give that out. But they did show interest nonetheless. And that might be a phone call, however that might look. But we can see here, they just talking about how Poole with Wembanyama would have been a very interesting dynamic. But let's be real, any decent player next to Wembanyama is an interesting dynamic, okay? But overall, I do think that this speaks to what the Spurs might be looking for. Now, the reason why I feel validated in this is because Jordan Poole is close to the type of player that I think the Spurs need. Personality-wise, just throw that out the window. Okay, I know a lot of people say, well, he's not a Spur. As far as culturally, would he fit in? I don't know. You can always have at least one guy on the team that's an anomaly. Okay, it's not that big a deal. It's so many great influences around the San Antonio Spurs organization, and yeah, I'm not buying into the whole one spoil apple ruins the bunch. Is that the saying? I don't know. I don't care. Anyways, that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is Jordan Poole, the type of player that he is he can just absolutely put up buckets. Okay. He is a microwave type player. He can create his own shot with ease. And on top of it, because of that much talent he has, he also creates for his teammates as well. I think he averaged about 5. Actually, we can just bring it up here. Was it about 5 assists? 4.5 assists per game. Not phenomenal necessarily, but you got to keep in mind he is on the court with guys like Draymond Green and Steph Curry, who both can get quite a few assists. Depending on what game it is. So it's fine. It's actually very respectable next to those two guys. Now, with that being said, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I guess the question is this: do I believe that Devin Vassell or Malachi Branham can be those two guys that the San Antonio Spurs are looking for? Now, I love Devin Vassell, okay? I truly do. I absolutely love his game. And last season, he actually shown me a lot as a fan, because initially I was not 100% bought into him. I always thought that maybe his ceiling can be Chris Middleton, and that would be like great. That's wonderful. And now I don't know. I still think that's something that he could shoot for. I don't think he's quite there yet. But shoot, dude, he could potentially be slightly better than Chris Middleton if he keeps it up. Especially this last season when he was healthy, he looked really impressive. Like it looked like he took a really big step forward. So I am excited to see what we get out of Devin Vassell. And the same with Malachi Branham. He's one that I think is a true underdog. When it comes to his nastiness, I think a lot of people see the smile and they don't necessarily recognize how much of a killer he actually is. Like, dude is pretty nasty, man. He is not a nice guy on the court. He can get going at any moment, and I do believe we're going to see some clutch performances down the line just from what we've seen thus far. And yeah, he doesn't need a lot of space. He's good around the pick and rolls. He can create for his teammates a little bit, but for me, I just think that you need that guy that can fit into that point guard position, that can do a little bit of everything. And Jordan Poole, obviously shooting guard. Nobody would call him a point guard, but I've seen him on the Warriors where I'm like, he could do that. If Steve Kerr would have decided to bring that part out of him as far as being more of a creator for the team or put him in that point guard position. I think he could have been very good. But unfortunately, with the Warriors and Draymond Green, that whole controversy, they just went ahead and kicked him off the team essentially. And on top of it, he just didn't gel well, and he wasn't going to necessarily shine next to someone like Steph Curry or next to Klay Thompson. It was just really hard for him to succeed. And with all this controversy, just like the Warriors did with the Kevin Durant situation, they did the same thing with the Jordan Poole situation, swept it under the rug. And that's going to catch up to him. I'm sorry. I really do believe that. That's going to catch up to him. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was a whole situation with Draymond Green basically calling Kevin Durant the B word, saying all kinds of stuff to him, saying that we didn't need you to begin with. Actually, was it Kevin Durant that he called the B word? I know he called LeBron the B word. I don't know. I'm actually not sure what he said to Kevin Durant that was derogatory. But he did say that we didn't need you. Absolutely ridiculous. Silly. Kevin Durant shut off, and then the Warriors never addressed the issue. And they did the same thing with Jordan Poole. All that information came out with Draymond punching Jordan Poole, and then they just swept it on the rug. But I do believe that if he was in a different position, he could be that type of guy because he's just so good at other things other than just scoring. He's not just a microwave player. He's also a guy that can create for his teammates when given the opportunity. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts on it. Sorry if it was a little ranty. I just came across this article and I just thought it was interesting. And I do think it speaks to the Spurs not necessarily being content with what they have right now and knowing for a fact that they're going to need this type of player that can just absolutely put up buckets while also being kind of a combo guard as well. So anyways, I'll get with you guys later. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. You think I'm wrong? Think I'm dumb? That's okay. Bye.